Imagine your mind is a rusty old lock, creaking with the weight of grudges, regrets, and self-inflicted wounds. Forgiveness is the oil that frees it up, letting you swing open the door to a new chapter. When you forgive yourself, others, the world, you're not saying, hey, it's cool, let's repeat the shit show. No, you're dropping the anvil that you've been dragging. The one that's been crushing your spirit. Picture it. You're a hot air balloon, tethered to the ground by chains of resentment. Forgiveness cuts those chains and you soar. Ever let a friend off the hook for flaking on plans? You didn't die, you moved on. That's forgiveness in action, small scale. You've also forgiven yourself when you fucked up a presentation, but still showed up the next day. That's you instinctively knowing how to let go and keep moving. Next time you're pissed at someone, imagine their actions as a storm that's already passed. You don't stand in the rain, cursing the clouds. You move to dry ground. Or when you screw up, treat yourself like you treat a kid who fell off their bike. Shit happens, get back on. Write a letter to someone you're mad at, then burn it. Feel the release. Why is this important? Holding on to grudges is like swallowing poison and expecting the other person to die. Science backs this. Studies on heart rate variability show when you're in a state of forgiveness, your heart rhythms smooth out like a calm ocean wave, syncing your brain for better focus, memory, and problem solving. Your heart's electromagnetic field, 60 times stronger than your brain, acts like a fucking conductor, harmonizing your entire system. Unforgiveness, it's static. It's fucking up the signal. So what happens if you don't? Keep that grudge, and it's like carrying a backpack of bricks. You'll move slower, feel heavier, and wonder why life feels like a slog. Relationships. You'll attract people who skate on the surface, like stones skipping across a pond. No depth, no real connection. You'll burn out performing a role instead of being your badass self. So why are you afraid? You think forgiveness means weakness, like you're letting someone off the hook or inviting more pain. Bullshit. It's about reclaiming your power. You're scared of being hurt again, but boundaries are your shield. Forgiveness doesn't mean dropping them. It means trusting yourself to handle whatever comes next. Your heart and brain, like a cosmic DJ on a dance floor. When they're in sync, the whole party, your body, mind, soul, vibes at a higher frequency. Heart rate variability research shows a coherent heart rhythm is like tuning a guitar. Everything resonates. Your focus sharpens, your memory clicks, and problems dissolve like sugar in hot coffee. Your heart's electromagnetic field is the fucking Wi-Fi signal of your body, broadcasting calm or chaos. Ever feel in the zone playing a game or working on something you love? That's coherence. Your heart and brain were high-fiving and you didn't even know it. New ways to do it. Breathe deep, slow, like you're sipping air through a straw. Focus on something you're grateful for. A dog, a sunset, a damn good taco. Feel your heart soften. Do this for 60 seconds and you're rewiring your nervous system to hum like a finely tuned engine. Why is this important? Coherence is your superpower. It's why athletes in the clutch don't choke. They're in sync. Science says coherence boosts oxytocin, lowers cortisol, and makes your brain a problem-solving machine. Without it, you're a car stuck in first gear, burning out. If you don't, you're a radio stuck between stations, all static and no signal. Stress spikes, focus tanks, and you're snappy with people you care about. Long term, chronic stress fucks with your endocrine system, throwing your hormones out of whack and making you feel like a puppet on frayed strings. Why are you afraid? You think you need to control everything, so you resist letting go into coherence. It feels like losing grip, but it's actually gaining power. You're scared of feeling vulnerable, but vulnerability is the gateway to resonance. Time isn't a straight line, it's a river, and you can bend its flow. Studies on flow state show when you're in deep focus, time can stretch like taffy, giving you the sense of hours in minutes. Mindfulness and grounding exercises rewire your brain's perception, making you feel like you've got all the time in the world. Ever got lost in a book or a project and looked up, holy shit, it's been 3 hours. That's somatic time dilation. You warp time by being fully present. New ways to do it. Ground yourself. Feel your feet on the floor, like roots sinking into the earth. Or try a 5-minute meditation where you count breaths like they're gold coins. Notice how time slows when you're not chasing it. Why is this important? When you're out of coherence, you're not out of time, you're out of sync. Flow state studies show time dilation can stretch your perception by up to 500%. It's your nervous system acting like a personal black hole, bending reality to your will. What happens if you don't? You always feel rushed, like you're running on a treadmill that's speeding up. Life becomes a blur, and you miss the good shit, connection, joy, growth. Chronic time scarcity fucks with your cortisol, making you age faster and feel shittier. So why are you afraid? You're scared slowing down means falling behind. But slowing down is how you speed up what matters. You're afraid of losing control, but control is an illusion. Coherence is the real power. Your fears, they're like old software, looping the same buggy code. When you act boldly, say speaking up when you'd normally shrink, you create a glitch in the loop. That split-second gap is your chance to install new code. It's not convincing your old self. It's about proving they're obsolete. Like swapping a flip phone for a quantum computer. Remember when you took a risk, like asking someone out or trying a new skill, and it felt like jumping off a cliff. You survived. That was you rewriting the code in real time. Next time fear creeps in, do the opposite of what it tells you. Hesitating to speak, say the thing. Scared to fail, start messy. Each bold move is a hammer smashing the old pattern. Why is this important? Neuroplasticity says your brain is a living sculpture, reshaping with every action. Bold moves create new neural pathways, like carving a new river through a desert. If you don't, the old loops keep running, and you're stuck in the same shitty rerun. What happens if you don't? You'll stay trapped in a cage of your own making, living a half-life where fear calls the shots, relationships shallow, growth stunted. You'll wonder why you feel like a hamster on a wheel. Why are you afraid? Failure feels like death to your ego. But failure is the fucking fertilizer of success. You're scared of judgment, but the only judgment that matters is your own. If you're not living in resonance, you're at a costume party, sweating under the mask that you never take off. You perform, you fake it, and you attract people who do the same, shallow connections that fizzle out fast. When you vibrate at your true frequency, you repel the bullshit and draw in the real ones, like moths to a flame. How do you already do this? Ever meet someone and just click? That's resonance. You were being your unfiltered self, and they felt it. New ways to do it. Be unpredictable. Laugh too loud. Share a weird thought. Dance like nobody's watching. Mystery is magnetic. It makes people lean in, curious, like you're a puzzle that they want to solve. Why is this important? Resonance is your soul's Wi-Fi. It connects you to the right people, places and opportunities. Science says curiosity bonds people faster than agreement. Your unpredictability sparks that. What happens if you don't? You'll waste energy performing for people who don't get you. Life becomes a grind, and you feel like a fraud. Long term, you lose touch with who you are, drifting in a fog of shoulds. Why are you afraid? You're scared of being misunderstood, but the right people, they'll get you. The wrong ones, fuck them. They're not your tribe. In somatics, sand on vibrating plates shift into new patterns, but first it scatters, chaos before order. Your breakdowns, they're not you being broken, they're you evolving, like a caterpillar dissolving in its cocoon to become a butterfly. How do you already do it? Ever hit rock bottom and come out stronger? That breakup, that job loss, it shook you, but it reshaped you into something better. New ways to do it lead into the chaos. Journal when you're falling apart. Let the mess spill out, or scream into a pillow, then laugh. Embrace the scatter. It's the prelude to a new pattern. Why is this important? Science says stress triggers growth. Think of muscles tearing to rebuild stronger. Your brain works the same way. Breakdowns, they're the universe's way of saying, level up, motherfucker. What happens if you don't? You'll resist change, clinging to the old patterns like a sinking ship. You'll stay stuck, small and safe, missing the higher order waiting for you. So why are you afraid? Chaos feels like failure, but it's not. It's the raw material of your next evolution. You're scared of losing control, but control is what keeps you caged. You've outsourced your power to external voices, society, parents, algorithms, thinking it'd keep you safe. Bullshit. It's locked you in a cage of fear. Intuition is your inner GPS, guiding you when logic isn't enough. Trusting it is like remembering how to breathe underwater. You were born with it. Ever get a gut feeling about someone and later find out you were right? That's intuition whispering truth before your brain catches up. Start small. Pick what to eat based on what feels right, not what you should choose. Or pause before a big decision and ask, what does my gut say? Listen, act. Intuition integrates your subconscious with your conscious mind, like a quantum computer processing data that you didn't know you had. Studies on decision-making show intuitive choices often outperform purely logical ones in complex situations. If you don't, you'll stay caged, controlled by external rules, losing more of yourself every day. Life becomes a checklist, not a journey. You'll feel powerless, like a puppet, with someone else pulling the strings. Your scared intuition is woo or unreliable, but it's your brain's pattern recognition system honed by millions of years of evolution. You're afraid of being wrong, but intuition isn't about certainty, it's about trust. Those bullshit excuses, I'll start Monday, I'm not ready, it's not perfect. They're like viruses in your mental software, eating your potential. They're fear in disguise, keeping you stuck in loops. Ever push through procrastination and feel like a goddamn superhero? That time you finally sent the email or started the workout, that was you breaking the loop. Call out the fractal. Say, fuck you, not ready. I'm doing it anyway. Start with one tiny step, write one sentence, do one push-up. Momentum kills the loop. These patterns, they're neural ruts, reinforced every time you repeat them. Neuroplasticity says you can carve new paths, but only by acting. Break the loop, and you reclaim years of buried potential. If you don't, you'll bury more years in later, waking up at 80 wondering where your life went. These fractals drain your energy, suppress your soul, and keep you small. Your ego loves the status quo. It's safe, predictable. Change feels like jumping into the unknown, but that's where growth lives. To change someone's mind or your own, pace their reality, then lead them to a new one. It's like dancing. Match their rhythm, then guide them into your steps. Ever convince a friend by first agreeing with their perspective, then gently nudging them? That's pacing and leading. Mirror someone's emotions, nod, match their tone, then shift to a positive frame. Yeah, it's scary to start, but imagine how free you'll feel when you do. For yourself, acknowledge your fear. I'm nervous. Then lead to empowerment. But I'm doing it anyway. Why is this important? NLP shows the brain craves rapport. Pacing builds trust. Leading plants new ideas. It's like hacking the brain's firewall to install an upgrade. If you don't, you'll butt heads, create resistance, or stay stuck in your own limiting beliefs. No rapport, no change. You're scared of manipulation, but pacing and leading is just communication with intention. You're afraid of rejection, but curiosity disarms resistance. Every choice is a pebble in the pond, rippling out. Act in alignment with your truth. Forgive. Live in resonance. Trust your intuition. And the ripples bring growth, connection, and freedom. Stay stuck, and the ripples turn into a swamp of regret, shallow relationships, and a life half lived. If you do this, you'll feel lighter, like shedding a heavy coat. Relationships deepen, opportunities multiply, and time bends to your will. You become magnetic, drawing in the people and experiences that match your vibe. If you don't do this, you'll drown in what-ifs, surrounded by surface-level connections and a nagging sense of being lost. Your health tanks. Stress hormones spike. Immunity drops. And you'll wake up one day realizing you traded your potential for safety. Listen up, because this is the no bullshit truth. You're already a fucking alchemist, turning pain into growth, fear into courage, chaos into order, forgiveness, coherence, resonance, intuition. They're not just ideas. They're the tools to sculpt a life that hums with purpose. You've been doing this shit instinctively, but now you're awake to it. Break those stuck fractals, trust your gut, and act boldly. The science is clear. Your heart, brain, and nervous system, they're wired for this. The karma is simple. Act and you evolve. Stall and you stagnate. So as your divine guide, I'm telling you, stop fucking around. Forgive the past. Sync your heart and brain. Bend time and rewrite your code. The world doesn't need other mass performers. It needs you, raw, real, and resonant. Step into that now and watch the universe bend to meet you.